Up on Mountain News this morning, a Kentucky sheriff is in some trouble after pleading guilty to drinking at the wheel.
And Kentucky's transportation cabinet stresses the importance of safety for pedestrians here in the Commonwealth.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Oh, good Tuesday morning to you. I'm Dakota Makris.
And I'm Chas Gayhart. Thank you so much for joining us on Mountain News this morning. Let's go back over and check in with Brandon.
Who's not in Letcher County this morning.
All you have to do is say rain.
Got that.
Leave it at that.
Well, I say fog this morning, and then we'll push the rain off to a little bit later today. But yes, fog this morning. So there's some moisture in the air. I guess you could say that. But yes, it is foggy this morning, and it'll be soggy this afternoon. The other GY a little bit later today. But, we're going to continue to see that fog this morning, so continue to watch out for that this morning as you travel. Heading out to the bus stop pretty soon, you'll be seeing a lot of this, and you're seeing anywhere, basically everybody except for Jackson, Jonesville, and Wise showing London, showing low visibility this morning, 5 miles or less. So continue to watch out for that. Pikeville included. This is the US 119, US 23 camera. We'll show you Pikeville Medical Center here in just a few minutes there, and there's some fog on that camera too as well. We're going to be seeing that there across the region, and cooler temperatures as well, upper 50s and low 60s as you head out the door. 57 Prestonsburg, Irvin, and Hazard, the cool spot. 63 on top of the ridge at the airport in Jackson, the warm spot. 79 this afternoon. Rain chances will pick up. They will be scattered. That is the key word, the phrase that pays today, scattered chances. And then as we head into the nighttime hours, chances might increase just a little bit. We'll keep you posted on that as we get a little bit closer. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you again. 2 people were killed in a Morgan County crash Monday after a car crossed the center line. Kentucky State Police say it happened on Highway 7. They say 18-year-old Caleb Smith crossed the center line in his car and then hit another car with 2 people inside. 69-year-old Ellis Ratliff and 75-year-old Mabel Ratliff were both killed. Smith was taken to UK hospital, but right now it's not clear what his condition is. So far, no word on possible charges.
Law enforcement officials are asking community members for help in locating a murder suspect, and they're offering an incentive.
WYMT's Corey Sanning has more from Laurel County.
An ongoing investigation as deputies in Laurel County piece together a puzzle.
In addition, we recovered evidence at the scene, and we've developed evidence along the way, and we're following up on all of those evidences that we have as well.
62-year-old Brian McCarty was shot to death in his Maple Grove Road home more than a week ago. Deputies have been looking for potential suspects since and are now offering a hefty sum for useful information.
And an anonymous donor gave us $10,000 and said, you think this will help? And we definitely do think it will help, because if someone does have some information out there and you know, they're wondering whether I want to help or not, $10,000 is kind of nice.
Deputy Gilbert Achardo says, surprisingly, this is not uncommon for an area like Eastern Kentucky.
Very oftentimes, someone will come forward and post some money for us, and a lot of times it is an anonymous donor. They just don't want to see a crime like that go unsolved in their area.
As he and his fellow deputies lean on those in the community to help solve this case, now approaching 10 days without someone in custody.
We've got a great relationship with our public, and when we put something on our Facebook or send it to the TV stations, you know, we get results, and we really like that.
Hoping to bring the person responsible to justice. In Laurel County, Corey Sanning, WYMT Mountain News.
Achardo encourages the community to reach out anytime with information. All tips will remain anonymous.
Now you can contact the Sheriff's Office at 606-864-6600, or you can email Deputy Achardo at the address listed on your screen.
Also in Laurel County, a man is accused of nearly hitting a Laurel County Sheriff's deputy and a constable. The Sheriff's Office says Gregory Sizemore sped past the 2 men and did not slow down when a deputy tried to pull him over. After they finally stopped him, deputies say Sizemore failed a field sobriety test. They say he registered a .147 on a breathalyzer test. He's charged with DUI and wanton endangerment.
Well, the Jessamine County Sheriff has pleaded guilty to driving under the influence. Kevin Corman was stopped by police on September 10th after swerving across the center line. An officer found a cup of bourbon in his center console. As a result, Corbin will have his license suspended and will have to pay a fine of around $800 after court costs. The Mothers Against Drunk Driving National President is not happy with the sentence.
In this case, there wasn't a victim, thankfully. But I advocate for whatever sentence is going to cause him to never make that choice again. And do I believe that $200 and a license suspension will cause him to never make that choice again? I don't, quite frankly.
Now, in a statement, the sheriff apologized to his family, friends, and the people of Jessamine County for what he calls an error in judgment on September 10th.
Another new TikTok challenge is making teachers worry here in the Commonwealth. The first one challenged students to destroy school property. This one is now asking students to harm their teachers. Letters have gone out at some schools alerting parents and staff to what is going on, telling them to talk to students about the repercussions that could follow if they decide to join in. The challenge encourages kids to slap a teacher, run away, get it all on video, and post it on TikTok.
That is indicative of a larger disconnect that kids are feeling. They've been isolated for the last year and a half. They have been cut off from friends. They've been cut off from social networks.
The teachers union is advising, if it happens, to report any incident immediately. Administrators warn those participating in the challenge could face criminal charges. TikTok is urging users to please be kind to your schools and teachers. The platform says it will remove any videos that get posted from the challenge.
Well, October is National Pedestrian Safety Month. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet's Office of Highway Safety and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration are partnering to stress the importance of safety for those walking. While many areas in Kentucky have sidewalks, parts of eastern Kentucky do not. But there are still things you can do to stay safe.
We ask that you do other different things, such as wear clothing where you're visible to drivers and folks in other transportation modes. If you're walking on the street, make sure that you're facing traffic. And we want to make sure that you're aware of your surroundings.
This month was chosen to spread awareness of pedestrian safety because nationally, October tends to be the month with a higher than average number of walker-related crashes and deaths. Well, Halloween is inching closer and closer, and one couple in Louisville is getting prepared to share the fun with the neighbors.
Nick Pick has more on how spooky the Commonwealth is becoming.
Start over here.
Emily Wilson's front yard has made the transformation from a cute old home on Hillcrest to a scene out of Poltergeist.
Some that are throwing a body into a fire pit here.
Wilson and her husband moved onto the block in June, excited for their first Halloween on Hillcrest as homeowners.
It's my favorite holiday, so it was a perfect street to live on.
But COVID-19 canceled the official Monster Mash. So Wilson's creepy creation is just a trial run.
We can really test out our idea this year, and then once everything is back in the swing of things, we'll be able to add to it just based on what we're seeing and just get more creative as the years come.
Down the block, the potions are brewing at Katie Kavitsky's house. She's taken the lead on how this block will handle Halloween. As her signs show, decorating and candy distribution will be a house-by-house decision.
We usually get 4,000 kids, and that doesn't count the parents or chaperones that are bringing them down here. So during COVID, with kids not being vaccinated, that's just not a smart idea to do.
For parents who are taking their ghouls and goblins trick-or-treating, there are some things U of L's Dr. Mark Burns wants you to know.
They should continue to wear a mask. They should, distance when they can, and definitely wash their hands, especially as they're counting their candy or going to eat their candy. They should definitely wash their hands before all that's done.
And Burns says being outdoors is always a plus, which is why Wilson and some others are sticking with the plan to bring their yards back from the dead to keep the spirit of Halloween alive.
You guys are going to scare a few people, you know that, right?
Yes, that's the goal.
Metro Public Health says as of right now, there is no set citywide guidance for Halloween, but depending on how COVID-19 looks in the next few weeks, that could be subject to change.
Well, that sounds like fun. And if you happen to have any fun Halloween decorations you'd like to show off, send them our way on our website.
Listen, they can have Halloween. I'm just about ready to drag the Christmas decorations out. I'm sorry, I know there's a lot of hate going on out there because I listen to Christmas music started on October 1st. I'm sorry. This is the holiday season. Halloween is included in that, but it's the holiday season. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on this morning. We're looking again at some clouds trying to move into our region there this morning from down to the south. They're continuing to trek to the north this morning, but no rain just yet. All that's still to the south as well, so we're going to keep an eye on that as we head throughout the day. The moisture we have in the air this morning is the fog. We're taking a look at that there, and it's thick and dense across the region as we head out the door, so continue to be careful. Watch out for that as well. Temperatures in the upper 50s and low 60s. 57 Hazard, Irvin, and then you've got 63 at Jackson and Jacksboro. Actually, that's your range this morning, but not a whole lot of range there as you head through the first part of your day. My mouth is moving faster than my brain can keep up. Out the door forecast. We are going to get into the upper 70s today, and those rain chances will increase as we head deeper into the afternoon.
All right, Mr. Christmas, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:42. Still to come here on Mountain News this morning, find out why those who have diabetes need to keep a closer eye on their medicine cabinet.